Okay, well guess what I'm making today? I'm making chocolate. I am making chocolate from scratch, and I tried this a few days ago and kind of ruined it, and I know why now I ruined it, because I decided to add a little vanilla to the chocolate, but I guess it wasn't alcohol based, whatever. Liquid can ruin your chocolate, so I ended up with more of a fudge because I had then added soy milk to smooth it out. So I'm not putting any liquid today. I'm going to even put, instead of agave, I'm going to put some powdered sugar here that I've powdered myself from some cane sugar. And for this recipe, it's going to be simple. We're going to use a quarter cup of coconut oil, a third of a cup of cacao. So I might double that. I'm just going to, maybe I'll just make a small batch right now. And I also have some powdered coconut milk. I'm going to see how that works. The key to making chocolate successfully is to have no liquids. So even, I guess, chocolate has milk solids in there and some powdered sugar. So I'm just going to, maybe I'll just do a small batch, or maybe I'll do half a cup. You can never have too much chocolate, can you? Okay, well I will get, this is my pan. I'm going to, this is a huge, big container of coconut oil I got for 25 bucks at Costco. This is refined coconut oil. That's what I want to use because the refined has no coconut flavor to it. If you love the taste of coconut, have at it, use it. It's going to certainly enhance your chocolate, but my daughter does not like the flavor of coconut and stuff, so unless it's supposed to have coconut, so I'm not going to use it. So I am going to put it into my pan. And once you put it in your pan, you're going to heat it up and then add the cacao. This is a gourmet Dutch processed cocoa. It certainly looked beautiful. I'm sorry I kind of wasted the other chocolate, but hey, you don't learn unless you try. Okay, let me deal with the coconut oil and I will be back in a moment. Okay, I'm just moving this stuff out of the way. So I have my quarter cup coconut oil in here, and now you're going to turn your stove on so that you melt the coconut oil. Then you're going to add your chocolate, your cacao powder. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. So essentially it has just finished melting, and now that it's finished, I'm taking it off the stove. And you add 2/3 of a cup. So this is a quarter cup of coconut oil. And you're going to put 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder and mix it. That's 1/3. So I'm going to add 1 more third of a cup. And you're going to mix. And I'm going to add some, I think, pecans, maybe some walnuts to this. Okay, so see, that already looks beautiful. Can you see? So because I don't want to add any liquid to this, I am now going to add some powdered sugar. And I took some organic cane sugar and I put it in my grinder to make it less granularly. I'm just going to start adding. So that's half a teaspoon. That's 1 teaspoon. Hopefully this is enough. It's another half. Let me mix this part first. You want to get no liquid in here. Now this is not going to be the kind of chocolate that's going to be tempered. If there's a way to figure out how to, I don't think you can do that with the coconut oil. However, I have cacao, raw cocoa butter, sorry, and I'm going to try making my own chocolate from scratch with that in the coming days. Okay, not even close to sweet enough. So, that's really not sweet. I'm gonna add, let's just call this, that's probably like 3 tablespoons. Now you add sugar to taste. I'm gonna see if I feel I need more, and if I do, I'm going to add that. Because I also want to make this milk chocolatey, I'm gonna add the coconut milk. Let me just taste that now. Okay, it's sweeter. I could probably use a little more sugar. That's a little bit more. I'm gonna just try to get every bit that's in here out. Okay, so this is like 3 to 4 tablespoons. Let's hope that tastes good. Okay. Let's see now. It's okay. It could be sweeter, but I'm going to leave it for now because I'm going to add my coconut milk powder. And I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to put 1 tablespoon. We'll see how that goes. And it's time to mix again. Now, I suppose if you want it really milky, chocolatey, you've got to add a lot. And I decided to try the coconut instead of the soy milk powder, because I tried soy milk powder before and I really didn't like it too much. Okay, let's see how, but I don't know how it would taste in chocolate. Okay. It's looking sort of gritty, but that's okay. Now, if you're going to add stuff to this, like stuff that's sweet, you don't need more sugar. Not bad. Okay, I'll be back. I am going to add 1 more tablespoon of the coconut milk powder. And I'm also going to add just about another tablespoon of powdered sugar. So that's half. That's not quite another half, but that's okay. It's not impossible that I will need a little more coconut oil. If I do, I will add it. It's getting a little thick. I'm going to add a little more coconut oil. Okay, this I would say, if you want me to measure it perfectly, let's do it. I'm thinking maybe 2 tablespoons. Maybe not quite. That's 1. It's just about 2 tablespoons more of coconut oil to that. And, okay, and I'm gonna mix. Okay, so this consistency is becoming runnier, more smooth. Maybe I needed only 1 tablespoon, but you know, okay, that's actually looking pretty good. What I did the other day was make the chocolate cookie dough truffles, and I wanted to come up with a chocolate ganache to cover it with, and that's how I made more of my fudge chocolate that day, as opposed to one that hardened in the fridge. So the fudge one, that's a little soft in the fridge, but it gave me an idea of how to make like a double chocolate. So you put the fudge in the middle, then you put like a harder chocolate on the outside, and that's something I might play with one day, guys, to make a recipe for you. It's looking good. Let me taste it. Okay, that's good. And I guess the coconut milk has helped to take the bite off in terms of the, you know, the full dark chocolate. It doesn't look like milk chocolate, for example. And I think I'm just, there's a part of me that wants to add more of the coconut, but I think I'm not going to. Right now, you have a perfect, this is good. You have a perfect dip for strawberries, fruit, whatever. And I am gonna do the next step. I lied, guys. I put 1 more teaspoon of the coconut milk powder in here. And just giving this a good mix. It could be that that's the coconut milk powder that made it thicken up more so the last time, but hey, you know what? I want to try this. You're just going to mix and mix and mix. Okay, now I'm going to get my parchment paper and my tray ready. I'm just going to do another taste. Okay, alright, you're going to take a piece of parchment paper, line it on a tray, and then you're just going to, what I'm going to do is make chocolate bark. You can add anything to this. You can add fruit, you can add nuts. For Christmas I was going to make this and put candy canes. You can put whatever. I'm going to put nuts. I'm going to keep it simple. So you're going to want to spread out your chocolate, make it thin. There we go. It's not too thin. You can put it in a mold, put in the fridge, which is what I did with the other one the other day, but it didn't turn out so well. So this time I want to make it into bark and just break off pieces and get all that chocolatey goodness out. What I'm adding is some pecans. And you're going to want to put this in the fridge for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. You can put it in the fridge or put it in the freezer. I'm just going to put some pecans in here. And if I had some caramel sauce, you could add it to that. But this is all I'm going to do right now. I wonder if I should put a little bit of the date caramel on there. Well, since I have it, why not? So I have a little bit of date caramel. Remember the Date Lady caramel that I reviewed some months back? So I'm just going to I'm just drizzling some on right here. It's looking pretty awesome already. Oops, that's a little bit too much right there, but that's okay. Alright, so this is obviously to taste, as I said. And now, I'm going to put this in the freezer because I want it done sooner so I can taste it sooner. And make sure it's hardened, and I'll be back. Alright, here it is. And I first have to tell you that my daughter liked the pot clean. She loved it. She likes this much better than the first one I made, where it was more fudge-like, as I told you. But now it's frozen. I did put this in the freezer for like 20 minutes. And you've got a nice, full, solid piece. The last time, it just didn't work. It was fudge-like. It did not harden like this. And now, since this is bark, what you're going to do, I guess you can cut it. Let's try that. You can cut pieces, or you can break. And see a little bit of that oozy caramel? I guess you want to, it looks like the caramel could, is still oozy. Basically, you can store this in a container in the fridge. I don't believe it's going to, oops, last well out of the fridge. Cut it or break it. You know, as you stick the knife in, it starts to break. So you got some nice pieces right there. Maybe I'll test a piece to see how long it lasts outside the fridge, but I just don't think it will last long. Like I said, I'm going to do a recipe where I temper my chocolate, making it from scratch, from raw cocoa butter or cacao butter. Okay. Anyway, enough of me cutting this. Let's taste a piece. Oops. Okay. Beautiful, right? Mmm. Oh, I know what I forgot. Why? I wanted to sprinkle some salt on top of this. Oh! How do I do this every time? Okay. Sprinkling a little salt on top of this would even make it a little more heavenly. That is so good. That's amazing. That is chocolate in your kitchen with a little coconut oil and cocoa powder. Guys, it's delicious. Okay. The pecans, the caramel, and I'm going to sprinkle some salt on there anyway. If you have some coarse salt, you can put that on there. Just a little bit. That salt and caramel and chocolate just would work really well together. Alright guys, that is all for now, and thank you for watching.